Good morning, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada, and Canmore, Alberta is my home. Welcome to the Creative Escape. Thank you for joining me today. So today I've got a fun, easy little card that you can jazz up, or you can just leave it as is, and it's beautiful either way. Gotta love those kinds of cards, right? And so I will be putting up the dimensions of this card in just a moment. But first, I wanted to show off a card that I got in the mail. For some reason it showed up on Saturday. I don't know. Our mail here is a little weird. But let me show you this. Because Lois, I'm going to probably butcher your last name too, Tworkowski, did a Z-fold card. Not only, she knows me, look at this. She's got the check, she knows I love buffalo check. Then she knows I love tea. Look at this. So she did this Z-fold card, but she put a little pocket right here. Isn't that smart? To put a little tea bag in. Isn't that brilliant? I love the saying, time for a cup of good cheer, time for tea. Isn't that sweet? And I love what you said in the inside. It was so sweet. So thank you so much for thinking of me and giving me this card. It made my day for sure. So thank you. All right. So see the amazing things that you can make by using these layouts. They're pretty. I love how she put the spin on it of putting the little pocket for the tea bag. That's brilliant. I never would have thought of that. So you gave me an idea. It's wonderful. Okay, here is the supply list for today. So first you're going to need a card base, which is measured at 8.5 by 5.5, and you're going to fold it in half. Next thing, you're going to need some coordinating pattern paper or designer series paper, and one piece will be cut at 3 inches by 5.5 inches. Next, you'll need another piece of cardstock or another matching designer paper measured at 1 by 2 3/4. And another piece of either cardstock or matching kind of paper measured at 3/4 inch by 2.5 inches. And then I didn't know how to put this. So just a piece of Whisper White cardstock or something light, or something that you'll see what I want there, I guess, or what you would want there once we get going for sure. And then of course you need your coordinating inks and embellishments and some adhesive. Hello Alice, Indiana, nice to see you. Hi Lisa, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Oh, yes, it is freezing cold here. Let me try and get the screen back here. Technology. There we go. It is freezing here. We got a big snowstorm and it's like minus, oh, what did Kevin say, 44 or something with the wind chill Celsius. So our poor little dogs, of course, they have to go outside, right? And the one is pretty tough, but there's only so much they can take, right? And the other one just, pops out the door and he's like, peas right there. So it's pretty cute. All right, let's get rolling here. So here is an example of this card. So you're going to have the panel that goes down the middle, and then you're going to have 2 little ribbon cuts, and then this is the piece that I'm not sure about. I didn't know how to explain, because for this one I made it extra simple. I just did an oval shape, stitched oval framelit, and put happy birthday in there. Jazzed it up with some pearls. I'm waiting for my rhinestones. They were supposed to come, my order was supposed to come Friday, but the roads were closed in BC because of the avalanches and because of the big snow dump. So they're supposed to come today. So hopefully we can switch it up this week and put some rhinestones instead of pearls. But I am enjoying the pearls. This stamp set I kind of forgot about. It's called Special Celebrations, and so this is the happy birthday, and then it has a little saying that you can put on the inside, which I absolutely love. Hope your day brings just what it should. Happiness, health, and everything good. Isn't that sweet? And then I jazzed up the envelope, of course. And then here's another example of this. So this is what I'm saying. You know, you kind of can put whatever you want here. Just a simple saying, or you can jazz it up like this. Got the soft sea foam, the flirty flamingo, and this all my love paper, which is absolutely wonderful. And then I heat embossed with the white embossing powder and colored that in with just blender pens. Isn't that cute? So there's that, and I did that little piece on the envelope too. So that is what we are going to make today. All right, our first card. Get out all the components. Okay, so I'm going to set the envelope aside. We can work on that later. And this is the no, it's not, Happiness Blooms paper, designer series paper. So I've got my Whisper White cardstock measured at 8.5 by 5.5, and it's folded in half. And I pre-cut this at, let me look, 3 by 5.5. So it just kind of fits right down the center. So here we go. This is too wild for me. just so you know. So that's why Stampin' Up! Comes up with, you know, the wild side usually has a calm side. So I think that's awesome. They think about all of us. Okay. Now, if it doesn't get measured just quite right, what you can do is flip it over, and then you can see better where you need to cut it off. Good. Okay. Next step, we're going to put those little ribbon pieces on. So you have your two little pieces that kind of coordinate. They're actually the same paper, but they, you know, I flipped it around. And so for the ribbon cut, of course, we cut up the center first, and then from the corner to the center. Hello, Donna Graham. How are you? I'm looking forward to coming and seeing you guys in February. So I'm making that little ribbon cut on one end of both of those pieces of paper. Let's get those aside. And then I'm going to glue down the biggest one first. So let's get some snail on the back of this. And I kind of hang it off a little bit. So here's this piece of designer series paper. I'm just going to move it off just a tad. Whoop, let's line it up straight here. Hopefully. Oh yeah, we're good. And then the next piece will go over top, kind of, you know, centered in the center of this ribbon. Man, I want to go to the left today. There we go. There's our little ribbons. How simple is that? Now for this step, like I say, you can put kind of anything. I could just, you know, take a circle, stamp on it, stamp a saying, and it could be done. But what I decided I wanted to do was add a little piece of these layering circles, so it kind of has that little scalloped edge on it. And then I have a stitched framelit circle. I don't know if you can see that there. I'm going to glue that onto that. Whoop. And there's just a hint of the Night of Navy sticking out behind it. And then I thought, I got this from the Dragonfly Dreams. Can't remember. But I thought, oh, I think I want to put that somehow on here and then put the saying. So that's what I'm saying. You can jazz this thing up as much as you want. You can, you know, leave it as simple as you want. I want it over here somehow. Okay. So I'm a little lazy, and I'm just going to go in with the snail. You could use adhesive sheets, which when you're running it through the Big Shot. Oh, let's glue this down first. I suppose I should stamp my saying so I know exactly where those little butterflies should go. And this I'm using Scent with Love. Scent with Love. That is from the Itty Bitty Greeting set. Just gonna stamp off, make sure it's looking good. Okay. Scent with Love. Down here. There. And that color is Calypso Coral. Those little dragonflies. Well, maybe right here. And how about I get some pearls to fill in the bottom? Just a little something right there. This afternoon I'll be using rhinestones, so hopefully. Oh, where's my take your pick tool? It works so much better. There. I was going to put it there, but yeah, I think it needs it there. Okay, let's do large, medium, and a small. Nice. Okay, and there's our like first little card. Simple, simple. Now let's jazz up the envelope. So I have just another piece of this paper. I'm just going to add it to the flap on the envelope. So we want to use up that designer series paper, not just hoard it, right? I'm glad you guys were able to join me 1 hour earlier this morning. That's the last time. My appointment was on Thursday, and you know, I got creating away, totally forgot. And so honestly, does this happen to you? I like look at the clock, it'll be like 3 o'clock. It seems like 5 minutes have gone by. Next time I look at the clock, it's like 5. I'm like, and so Kevin gets so ticked off at me because, you know, I just lose track of time in here. There we have it. Cute and simple. First card. How lovely is that? All right, next one. Now this one should be kind of neat. I am using, apparently, oh, there it is. Oh, what is this set called? Cafe. Oh, it's the one with the little cups. The little Starbucks looking cups. I guess I shouldn't say that, because some people might not be Starbucks fans. All right, I've got myself some Call Me Clover designer series paper and some Happiness Blooms. I said that wrong. Call Me Clover cardstock, Happiness Blooms designer series paper. Let me get this out of the way. I'm going to glue this onto the center there. Like so. Good, that one looked like it lined up really well. I have my 2 little pieces here. Let's see, what was my plan here. I think it was this way. So, ribbon cutting up the center. And some snail. All right, so I'm just taking that off just a tad. There we go, line it up with the outside kind of line. I'm going to put another ribbon cut here. Up the center, from the corner to the middle. Flip it, corner to the middle. I do like those daisies, but I think they're a little, I wanted to kind of showcase more of the green. Okay, so just kind of overlapping the last ribbon and this big panel piece. Wonderful. Okay, now I cut myself out a little piece here, a little drink, And next I'm going to glue in this set. It comes with this neat little corrugated, what? Wendy Allen, you're supposed to be sleeping. It's 3:15 there. Woman, do you sleep during the day? Are you like nocturnal? Oh my goodness. If I did that, I would not know my name. I've always been like a 10 to 12 hour sleeper. If I don't, oh man, if I don't get that, I'm a disaster. Yeah. Oh man, you are. Please don't say you got up to watch me. Well, you could, and it would make my day, but so it's like, oh man. Wow. All right. Our next little step is I'm doing Thanks a Latte. And this is in color, Call Me Clover. So I'm just going to use my little Stampin' Right marker here. Wendy, if I knew your middle name, I'd call you that too. Oop, I might have missed a spot here. That's not so clear. Just a minute here. Maybe we will go in with Night of Navy. Do that one instead, just because the marker sometimes gets into those little grooves. Hello, Chrissy. Sleep? What's that? I'm lucky if I get 3 to 4 hours a night. Oh man. Wow. There, that looks better. Okay. Well, Wendy, you are my hero. Because I don't know how you do it. All right, I'm just going to cut this out. There is a frame, but by the time I find it, it'll take me a long time. It's just easy enough to cut it out, bubble cut. Does anybody have this set with the little cups? Man, I forget what it's called. Anybody help me out? I was very happy to make your live because I knew it was on. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Oh dear. You are sweet. Okay, close, please. All right, I'm going to put a little dimensional behind this little saying and put it onto that cup layer. There we go. And then of course in this set, in the framelits, they've got that little, oh shoot, I gotta make the lid here. Hang on. That's not gonna be big enough. Let's grab a scrap. Here. Okay, let's get the lid on here. That's kind of important. Now, green lid, blue lid, black lid. I think we'll do blue. I'm wearing my new Stampin' Up shirt. I'll have to show you after. It looks like a nightgown, frankly. The hoodie fits true to size, or the hoodie fits smaller than kind of the usual size, but this fits true to size. And I ordered one up just in case, but anyways, maybe it'll shrink in the wash a little. I don't know. Where is my stamp? I had it because, hello, there it is. Yes. Nice. Okay. Let's close this up. I'm going to run this one through the Big Shot because it should be simpler that way. Alright, put that over top. Crank, crank, crank. I don't know what they did before Big Shots. I guess cut. Why do I seem surprised at that? Okay, here we go. let's glue this on to this little cup. There we go. And my little green heart. Put it at the top there. It's not really a heart, it's that little cup thing. Travel so it doesn't make a mess in your car. That thing. There. So I'm going to glue this onto here. I'm going to put dimensionals because it'll look cute popped up. Put one behind there just to help it stick. All right. This is done, this is done. I normally have my garbage down here and I moved it up to my table today, so I'm getting lost. There. Little thanks a latte. I like this set, haven't seen it before. Oh no? I should have. I'll be writing it in the comments on my blog, what it is exactly. Okay, for the inside I had some scrap of this paper, so I thought, okay, let's throw that on there. Because I'm trying to, get on this decorate the inside bit. Okay, and so you can see exactly where to cut. Flip it over. That way you won't cut any of the white. Perfect. Run some snail. Put that on the inside. There we go. And I will decorate the envelopes just to save some time, because what are we at here? 9:22. Yeah, I'm going to just do the flap in this Happiness Bloom set. Or paper, and there we have it. Isn't that cute? So this is where I mean that you can, you can do it as simple or as difficult as you want. So you can just put it oval and put your saying, or you can, jazz it up just a tad for those who joined a little bit later on. Or you can add actual, things like this. So, okay, I'm gonna move on to the next one. This is the Floral Romance paper. Just sounds pretty. And this is another one from that set that I had forgotten about. It's called Special Celebrations. Okay, let's take that for the inside. Put that envelope piece over. And this is Pear Pizzazz. Put it down here in the center. Good. Now I have this vellum. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. I have this vellum, but what I did was put a piece of Whisper White behind it so that it would stand out a little better. Because if it's just the plain vellum, like say for this, I don't know. I just found that it was a little bit too muted for my liking. So that's where I put that white behind it, and it seemed to stand out nice. So here, oh, I didn't want to cut that little flower. Let's go with this one. Straight up the center, cut, corner to the middle. There we go. Now let's glue this down. Whoops. Thinks it's gonna get glued in there. All right. Looks centered, fabulous. Oh yes, so this one I decided I was just going to put a piece of vellum as the second ribbon piece. Why not? Just give that romancy feeling. There. Now this could be tricky. I didn't think of this because sometimes that snail shows up. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. So it'll be just something a little bit there. Okay. Next, for this piece, I have this little rectangle stitched frame there. And what I wanted on it was For My Friend in Rich Razzleberry. And I think I wanted this closer. There's such different color combinations that they come up with. I think it's absolutely fun because never would I pair rich raspberry, petal pink, and hair pizzazz together. Never. Just things you wouldn't think of, right? And they think of these things. I think that's brilliant. Okay, rich raspberry you want to make sure is dry before you... I'm going to leave it over there because it tends to not be totally dependable for drying instantly. Now here's a little saying that goes with that set for in the special celebrations. I think it's kind of cute. So the outside says, for my friend, and the inside says, you share so much, so gladly, so often. I'm blessed to have you in my life. Isn't that sweet? Okay. I just had a piece of the vellum. Back again, must be me. Oh, you lost me. Uh-oh. Hi, Karma. Good morning. Oh, dear. Maybe you kind of fell asleep. You should fall asleep. I know you would if you could. I'm sorry. I'll stop harassing you. I had sleep issues too, and it is not fun. I had to, I've been on sleeping pills forever, and even that was still sometimes not working great. So I had to go to the university in Manitoba for a study, sleep study, and I had to do this course. And so yes, I know sleep is wonderful when you can have it, and a pain in the butt when it doesn't work. So now I wanted to put this little wood butterfly element on there. I thought that would be kind of pretty. So I'm just going to use my snail. You could use the multi-purpose. You could use glue dots. Totally up to you. And what I wanted to do up here, because it's all romancy, and pearls are romancy, right? Maybe that's why I'm in the mood with pearls too. I don't know. Gotta make your own romance when you're married. All right, I was just gonna put pearls across the top here. Oop, stay down. And I'm gonna put one, let's go for gold here. Let's do 5. Can you see that? Pretty, pretty. Okay, hopefully this is dry. I'm gonna tip it over and put it on the inside. So are you girls people who like to have something stamped on the inside, or do you like to have room to write your own messages? Or I should say, do you decorate the inside, or do you just leave it blank? Okay, I'll decorate the envelope later and show it on my blog. I use a sleep app. Love it. It is Pi, or were you meaning to say pain? But sleep much better. That's neat. Really pretty, like the wooden butterfly. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, moving on. So how are we doing? 9:30. Okay, maybe I can slow down a little. I'm just trying to hurry because I don't want to miss this appointment again. So embarrassing. I am so not, I'm like extremely organized, and so when I miss these things, that just bothers me. Okay. Let's go over here. All right. So I thought, okay, let's get a man card like this, right? And I'm actually going to start with the inside. So I have a little piece of that silver, what is it called? Metallic thread, silver. Can't remember. It'll be on my blog. I like to decorate the inside. Nice. Always like decorated or stamped inside. Okay. See, I got to get on this bandwagon here. I am just going to put a strip of that on the inside. I'm hoping that'll be something a little different, a little special. So I just like to lay it across, fold it back behind, take it over here, fold it back behind onto those pieces there. All right, now I'm going to probably put a glue dot underneath. Glue dot, here we are. I'm going to get my take your pick tool. It's got that little pokey end. You are very organized. Oh, thank you. I am, but sometimes, oh, it drives me nuts when things don't, when I forget. Maybe that's part of being old, I don't know. Helps me. Sorry, stamping. Not sure. Sorry, Alice, I don't know what you mean. Fill me in. Okay, I'm gonna glue this in before I lose it. Alrighty. There we go. Okay, next piece, we're gonna put this gear piece of paper up the center. Oh, that's hanging over just a tad. So, like I say, if you flip it over, you can see better where to cut exactly. There, nice. All right, so for this side, I decided to take the back of this paper. It's a kind of a dark, basic gray color, kind of mixed with black. Making a ribbon cut on that end. Just a minute. I was going to wrap ribbon around that one. Okay, hang on. And this one, I was going to put these little tires as the second little piece. Okay, so I'm going to put some snail on the back of this one and actually glue them together before putting them onto the card, because kind of just like how I did the pearls on that last card, what I wanted to do was put a little strip of this ribbon at the top. Kind of just give it a little something. Let's put a little more snail there. Okay, stick it down. Cut off the excess. Now I like to put a little extra over top of the ribbon. It just helps kind of keep it all together. And then I can put this down. There. I don't know if you can see. You use DSP very well. I don't use enough of it. I never used to either. And this time I bought some to do my first ever ribbon share. And so I didn't have as many people as I would have liked. And so I'm left over with this designer series paper, and I do not want to have tons and tons of stacks of it, right? I mean, I need to use it. I used to be a hoarder with the paper, but now I need to move it out. So, oh, and I forgot I was going to do that too. Okay. Darn. This is the problem with me getting all organized and prepared, you know, Friday for this. I forget what my plans were. Let me see here. How about we get a strip of Whisper White. Let's try this. I'm going to put that little Let's Celebrate You at the bottom, and that comes from the Itty Bitty Birthdays. It's kind of neat. Using that with Memento. And then I was going to put this little poof of whatever it is, oil, smoke, something. I think it's smoky slate, so it'll be just barely there. There. Okay, and I think we'll put it down. Let's cut off the end here. Or how long is this car? Let's go, let's check that out. Okay, so that has to be straight. Perfect. Let's glue this down. I think I'm going to pop up the car. Is that good? Yes. And the dimensionals. Hey, Sandy, you're on your break. I don't even know what you do, Sandy. If you don't want to tell me now, that's okay. You don't have to tell everybody if you don't want to. All right, so we're going to pop this little car up here. I don't know if you knew this, but the framelit that cuts out the car actually cuts out one of these cars on the designer series paper. That probably made 0 sense, but anyways. I am going to do this envelope because I was going to do some little extra things. I suppose I didn't put anything on the inside. Oh yeah, I did the ribbon, pardon me. So that'll be the most excitement it gets on the inside. So I'm going to do You're a Classic on the envelope, the front. I thought that would be kind of cute. There. And then get out that smoky slate again and do the little poofs of smoke or the oil or whatever that is. I think that's all I'm going to do. Just one. And then for the flap, I have, once again, I'm going to try and use up my designer series paper, because when you're a demonstrator, sometimes you want to, you have your favorites and whatnot, but you want to get rid of your paper because you know the next catalog there's going to be some more amazing paper. So you need to make room. I did not know that. Oh, about the, yeah, the framelits cutting out. Also, that big gear, you know how there's the big gear in that framelit set? It actually cuts this out. I know, right? They've thought of everything. So the one cuts the car out of the paper, and the other one will actually cut that big gear out of the paper. So pretty nifty. There. There. Little manly kind of one. Using that layout. That's cute. I like it. Nifty. All right, so the last one here. Gotta use this little fun candy paper. Leave that out for just now. Okay, I'm gonna glue this down. That's too much for me. But I definitely love the other side. Gorgeous grape, until I saw this paper, was always intimidating for me. But so I love that they show you all the neat colors that kind of go with this for sure. Because otherwise, probably would have sat on my shelf. There's that one. And then I have my other little ribbon piece here. So there's all these great ways to use this paper just by adding in little ribbons. Okay. Now, do I have any surprise ribbon? I do have this, but I was going to put it on the saying. Okay, these I think are for the envelopes, I believe. All right, let's glue these down. there. And then, once again, the framelits. I have 5 mail birthday cards to make for February and March. Do you have this set? This set's all the paper. Love, love, love. You would use it a lot. It's quite amazing. So, yeah. The framelits for this set cut out these pieces from the paper. So there again, they've thought of these things ahead of time, and yeah, pretty cool. All right, so I'm actually going to glue this down. Oh, I was going to put the ribbon. I was just going to do like a little thing like this behind. So just fold it in half. That way you can see both sides of the ribbon. I'm just going to put a little extra glue here. And I suppose I should have, no, I was going to stamp on something else. Stamp on a piece of scrap paper the happy birthday. No, what was I going to do? It's your day? I was going to do it's your day, but it's not going to work now that I put the ribbon on there, so we will do it the opposite. And I will show you a little trick here. So if you have a long saying that's too big for what you want, cut it apart. Yes, I got the whole set plus DSP. Oh, you're on your way. You'll be able to figure this out. You got it. Okay, so if it's too long, see, it's not gonna work. I wanted to put this here, it's just not gonna work. So cut it out. You can leave as much or as little white around it as you want. And then cut them apart. Voila! Okay, so now I'm going to use little dimension, well, no. I think I'm going to glue this on first. Kind of where I want them. There. And then I will use dimensionals, because if it overlaps just a tad, it won't really matter. This one. It might be too big. Here, let's use the little ones. They're so itty bitty. So are they all family members that have birthdays, or? That's a lot of mail cards. Happy. And let's do birthday. Birthday. There. Okay, now I'm gonna just trim this. And I think I'm gonna pop that up as well, but I'm gonna use the larger ones because then it won't. Must put them away. Fancy that. All nephews. Oh my goodness. Wow. Do you have any nieces? Love the colors that I use. Oh, thank you. Honestly, it's because of the paper. I would never think to use these colors. I will throw it on there. All nephews. Oh my goodness. That's why I love Stampin' Up! Too. Because remember the days when you'd go to the craft store and you'd have to, like, you'd find a piece of fun pattern paper you absolutely loved, and so you take it out and you know you need some cardstock to match. So you like wander around the store trying to find, okay, what's gonna go with this? What's gonna look nice? Then you need the ribbon and the embellishments, and it's just like this big process of trying to find what exactly is gonna go together. Stampin' Up! Thankfully has eliminated all that, right? So there we go. There's a little happy birthday. And for the inside, I was going to put a little bit of ribbon, I believe. No, I was going to, yes, I was. And then I was going to put It's Your Day. Well, I was going to do it opposite, but I didn't, so. Nobody will know, right? Just lay that down there and get out this gorgeous grape. 3 nieces, oh good. And I'm just going to put it down here. It's your day. Nice. Now, while I let that dry, because it's still a little juicy there, I'm going to put this. Oh, sheesh, we've got stuff on the envelope. How perfect. Once again, these are not Stampin' Up! Envelopes. These are from Vistaprint. I got a bunch of cards and things for my customers, and for Mail It Out Mondays and Sharing Sundays and all those things, and so they sent free envelopes, so I wasn't going to turn that down. But yeah, they're not good. They're see-through. They're very flimsy. Oh well, it's free, right? Ukrainian. All right, let's put that in the center. There we have it. Another little fancy card. So I hope this has given you some ideas on how to use your designer series paper, match it up. There's so many matching pieces, you know, just the ribbons even, you know, just to make those little paper ribbons at the top there. Match them up, they all match. They look cool together. And, you know, throw them on the inside of your card, throw them on the envelope, just to, I don't know, make it a little more interesting, right? Or, you know, just make it as, you can use cardstock as well. If you don't have the colored paper, then just use cardstock colors. That works too. Either or. You can always do a cardstock color here and then use white embossing on it. That works. All sorts of combinations you can make. So this one, like I say, is kind of, you can make it as simple as you want, or you can jazz it up to, you know, with the ribbon and the all sorts of pieces. This has given you lots of ideas. Awesome. I'm so glad. I really like the last card. So clever of you. Oh, thank you. I always stress and worry that, you know, some of these designs won't be as thrilling as others, or oh, maybe you've done this before, or I always second guess myself, but I'm trying to work through that, right? So thank you very much, ladies, for watching, and thank you so much for jumping on a little earlier with me. Later on in the day, I will have all the information for these cards on my blog, so that you can know exactly what colors I used and what paper and what the stamp sets and whatnot were called, so that you can pick those out exactly if you really love them. So we'll save this in my collection. How nice. Aw. So thank you, ladies. I hope to see you on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock at Coffee and Cards. You guys are always such a blessing whenever you pop on, for sure. So I look forward to seeing you again then. All right, off to my doctor's appointment. Okay, bye.